Comfy, cozy, comfy.
Saturday morning with my cartoon.
So cozy.
Time of God, she's fed and snoozed.
Say cozy.
Got 3 days till my rental's due.
So comfy.
Left my homework at school. Alright, PJs, check.
So cozy.
Mixing bowl of cereal, check.
Say cozy.
Toy commercial absorption memories, check.
So comfy.
Alright, boys, here we go.
16 bits of have mercy, y'all.
And welcome back to Kohzee's Center for Comfy Nostalgia. With me, as always, is Kevy the Kid. Mr. Sloppy Joe. And I'm Bear.
Ooh.
Yeah. This week, to kick it off, we're going to play ToeJam and Earl, a Genesis game. In the middle, we're going to talk about our summer vacation experiences as 90s kids. And to close it out, we're going to play James Pond, Underwater Agent. Yeah. Interesting game that will be. Good morning, boys.
Morning.
Or
Kev's already getting love for his hat, as expected.
Yeah,
As a captain
Kev is
of
actually
doom.
on vacation right now. He's on a summer beach vacation, and he's agreed to stream from his phone. So, thanks, Kev.
no problem.
No problem.
It only took us, 3.5 hours to set up, whatever it was?
Yeah.
However much time we took?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Real quick. Worth it.
Yeah,
Worth it.
Our one loyal fan, Roe, couldn't deal without having us.
He built a cell tower just for this show.
Aluminum foil and chopsticks.
What are you talking about?
Years
That
of
place doesn't
making,
have aluminum foil, Joe. You know that.
You're right. You're right. That's bougie.
I had to call my years of experience making foil antennas for tube TVs, call back to that to
Mm-hmm.
make a proper antenna.
Very nice.
Just resourceful. Ingenuitous.
All right, shall we ToeJam?
Let's ToeJam and some Earl, I think.
Let us ToeJam.
Allow us.
Oh, it's Sega. I didn't know it was Sega.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've kind of made these guys a mascot later in the Genesis life cycle. Because you always had Sonic, right? He was the boy. And then these were like kind of secondary, that 90s era of I don't know, corporations trying to take over, like
Try to be cool.
trying to be cool. Yeah, whatever that phenomenon was called.
But what are they supposed to be?
They are aliens. That is about as far as it
They're
describes
friends,
them.
most importantly, is what they're supposed to be.
Right. Friends first, then aliens.
The real treasure is the friends we made along the way.
That's right.
That's right.
Good
Good morning, Ro. I like
Now,
how
this
the background
was-
has just been flipping through and cycling. It's like basically every sort of 90s trope possible. Just
Oh, and there's-
standard issue 90s background.
Mm-hmm.
Rap Master Rock.
Righteous
Rock.
Rap Master Rocket Ship. Notice the mech.
Yeah, the
Oh, those aren't engines. Those are speakers.
Mm-hmm. Those are what
Yeah.
propel you through space and sound. Look at all those backgrounds, boy.
Mm.
They are just shooting their load immediately. All right.
That is, they went to every bowling alley in the States and just took a picture of their carpet and then made it a background.
That's right.
A few skating rinks in
Work
there
smart.
too, it looks like.
Not hard.
Yeah, skating rinks, of course.
Okay, 2-player game
So-
also. That's cool.
Yeah, 2-player co-op, simultaneous, pretty advanced for the time, I'd say. I'd say this is what kind of sets this one apart. So we can play, just me, want to do ToeJam or want to be Earl?
I've never played this, so
Well,
if one's better,
Let's
then
go
the better
ToeJam.
one.
No, they are equal in all their abilities and what they can do. So
You even get controller options. So can you map buttons in this game?
you can't map buttons. You can swap between presets.
Okay, that's not bad though. I like that.
Yeah, giving you options.
And
It
you can
has
always
a
just jam out if you want, I guess, apparently.
yeah, it has a sound test right in the front, and you can just
Oh wow,
so that's
I can't hear it.
you can. I've got my buttons are.
Yeah, maybe we should have turned up the audio for this part, Joe, because it is
A little soft.
it's soft. But I mean,
Well,
like
here's-
when I do the Kohzee cut, I bump everything up.
Okay. Because well, here's the tricky part. I can't get out of this menu. I can't get out of this.
Gotta play the whole song.
I have to reset. I have to reset.
The whole thing.
Oh God, it's gonna ruin everything. Oh no. Okay, I'll just reload it, and then we'll just jump into the game. I just thought that was cool up front that they let you give you a whole like make a music video screen. All
Also,
right, let's
everybody,
go.
Kev does not have chat today, so far, Kev, you've got 2 comments on your hat. So congratulations on that. Tanner and Tanya both love the hat. Okay, you're island bound.
I gave him a pimp walk.
Oh yeah,
Very funky.
which is very hard to do with 3 legs, but he nails it.
I walk
can't
pretty
even
well
just
with
think
3
about
legs.
that.
What are you talking about?
Hey.
All
So-
that, like he's gonna jump really far and he just goes 1 pixel ahead.
Right.
Like,
Big wind up, falls in. Got a little sneak move.
he's very small
3 foot tip.
compared to the rest
Yeah.
of everything. So this is
That
like-
one doesn't look so good, or doesn't look so appropriate.
You got
Yeah.
a dumper on him though.
got some cake
It
on him
does.
though.
So, yeah, I think maybe Rose gone over it a little bit in the chat, but premises, you just progress through the levels and find parts of your ship. If you fall off a stage, you fall to the level below, and you'll have to find your way back up. In some cases, that can be beneficial, but you'd have to know the game really well, I think, to be able to take advantage of it, which I don't yet.
Yet, I like your positivity.
Mm.
Okay, mailbox. We're gonna mail order something. Oh, so
this is
system
kinda like your
is-
shop.
okay. Yeah.
And I've only got $3, and I don't want to spend it on anything yet. How do I get out of here without spending money? Okay.
So, do you have any guess as to what the ToeJam is a wiener? I mean, I don't.
Have a dude wiener, dude.
I think that's all.
Yeah, have a dude wiener dude indeed, Kev.
Map system. So one of the things that stood out to me was that this is what's now known as a roguelike game, which, Kev, you might have heard that term for some PC games. It basically just means the map is randomly generated every time you play. So you get
Oh wow.
a lot of
That's long
replay
ago,
value.
huh?
Yeah. Yeah, Rogue came out in 1980, which is where that term comes from. It was an old Atari game.
Okay, do we
So-
have a way to kill enemies, or are we just avoiding them?
For now, we're avoiding. Your presents that you pick up have different power-ups. The bonus high tops, those are your speed boost. And then every time you play, I believe the other packages are random. So you don't know what they are until you open them. But there's one character you can pay, and he will tell you what's in a present. Because not all of them are beneficial. There are ones that kind of...
Yeah, shitty presents exist.
yeah.
We got it.
I love games that do that.
Yeah. So let's see what's in this orange one right here. I got a
Yeah,
book.
Tanner's
just
dead on here. This game is
Ugh.
about as funky as an 8-bit game. No, this is 16-bit, Tanner. This is a Genesis. This is 16-bit funk, but it's still the maximum funk per bit.
That's yeah.
Oh, here comes the
So
devil.
the present put you to sleep?
Right. Right. It was a book that he read, and I'm just jamming buttons to. There we go. And
So
present guy
the
didn't
book put
damage
him
me.
to sleep?
Yeah.
So not much of a reader. Got it.
Put on
It's
some
just
high
true to
tops.
life. He's too funky to read. There you go.
Boy's got hops. Uh-oh.
Oh, so
Cram.
it kind of like lets you know that you're close to the edge?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then here's a new map for you.
What is there some food there?
Oops. There we go.
Yeah, it's like a bowl of
Now,
ramen.
some food is dubious. Let's see what. Okay, that was something good. Yeah, bowl of ramen probably. Pizza, of course. Leave that there. Okay, mystery box. What else we got? I could see this being like a fun rental with a buddy for the weekend, or like a sleepover night for sure, because it is, like I said, it's co-op, and you don't even have to stay on the same screen. If you get far enough apart, the screen splits and you have your own like play area, which was pretty advanced for the time.
Wow, yeah. Indeed.
But yeah, this is basically it. You wander, you're trying to find parts, and here's it. Stop it. Uh-oh.
Phone's
Now
ringing,
that
dude.
ringing, yeah, there is a telephone on this stage somewhere, and the phone will unveil a couple. It'll just pick random blocks from your map to flip over for you. But I don't want the moldy bread.
Why not?
There isn't. Well, I've got full health for one,
Oh, okay.
but there isn't a spaceship part on this level, so you could spend the level wandering around getting extra presents that could be power-ups, or interacting with some of the NPCs if there are any on the stage. But in this case, I'm just looking for the elevator to get to the next stage. And I think I'm going to have to put on my high tops and run and jump somewhere. What are we thinking? Top right, maybe?
Sure.
Yeah, the top right looks pretty good.
I want to see you run again.
Me too, ever since the accident.
Learning to run again.
Hoopa. All right.
Leap of
That doesn't
faith.
look great. Usually see.
No, it's back to your left.
You go up there.
Whoa. Yeah, jump onto that.
yeah.
Oh, too far. So yeah, this is all right. This is your little intro level, and I guess if you fall all the way down, this is as far as you fall. And I think when that happens, if you had killed any enemies, they all respawn, that kind of thing. But it's the most funk two white dudes could produce on a 16-bit cartridge at the time.
They're doing their best.
Hey, it's not bad. Like Tanner said, this is great stuff for the system. Stop it.
Yeah. Nice ups.
Okay. Try not to.
Yeah.
Man.
All the way.
Okay. Get around this guy, maybe. Don't. Stop it, dude.
Wow. It didn't take your... Oh, I see your health. I thought it was the stars, but it's not true. Jump.
You have to use high tops to be able
wow.
to jump.
That sucks.
Not doing so hot. Don't know where we're supposed to be going on this one. Maybe... Okay. and hit a jump.
There she is.
Oh, that's the one
There's the phone.
that I came from. Okay. Well.
I'm interested to find out how this game gets more difficult as the levels progress. So is it possible to like jump to a place that you can't jump back from? Because you run out of high top?
Yes. Get a good roll this time. Don't know where the hell the door is.
Okay, so now we're gonna go back, and does that mean that the level's gonna randomize and generate it?
No. It's every time you start a new game. All the levels are randomly generated.
Yeah, Tanner asks about fighting the enemies. I think Joe did say we can fight them, but not quite yet. We don't have the power-ups or something.
Let's check one of these other power-ups then. I know there's a fat lady that you can get, that she sings and it like wipes out everything on the screen. Ah, root beer, so that was just food. Oh!
Awesome.
Oh God.
Oh God!
All right, that
Apparently
one's
you
great.
can't go on a...
It's still going?
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow, you can surf.
No. Now I'm definitely dead. I was
Oh, it's
trying to
just
see if I
killing
could
you,
make
look.
it over here.
Underwater, and you're still
Oh, yeah,
burping
running out of air.
from that root beer.
Root beer.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna... There's no way I'm
Oh,
gonna
it's just now
make
you're
it
in a
either
death
direction
loop.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a secret on this level 1. There's a secret area in the far left, bottom left corner, but I'm definitely not gonna make it there. Oh boy. All right, let's try our luck with Earl. Maybe we'll have better luck. Oh, I've got a 0 life. Come on, baby. There's nothing. I don't even see anything on the screen. Oh. He's stuck burping in a burp loop.
A bloop.
A bloop, if you will. And just right back to it. Okay, here we go. Let's do Earl.
Did they ever make a tie-in cartoon or anything to this game?
It's a good question. I don't think so. Okay. Talk about caked up, son.
I will say one small thing that this game is sort of triggering for me. Remember when I told you that I'd never played Kirby because there was a weird kid that played Kirby and it kind of poisoned it for me? I feel like that same kid would have really liked this game and been talking about it all the time, and I would have turned me off. But so far, it's competent. But it's odd, I guess, in a way. It has some oddities.
Yeah. Ro pointed
Yeah,
out that
we
it
haven't
was...
found one piece of the spaceship yet.
Yeah, Rose said it achieved sleeper status, which it did. This game is one of those that became popular, like, kind of way after it was released. Let's see. I think the map will tell you no pieces on this level for Earl. So we can, if we find the elevator, we can just jump to the next one because we're not missing anything here. This is the first one I've seen with a road on it, though.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Kind of hat box.
I love the random idea. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. You can see how if you were a kid that maybe was coming straight from Sonic the Hedgehog, where this would be a problem because
Too
of the
slow.
speed of the game is
Yeah.
very, it's...
Yeah, I don't know. Would you call this a platformer? I don't know what I would call this.
Yeah, no, it's not really a, it's not really a platformer. Pointless. Okay, perfect. What about perfect. Wasting my time.
Yeah, a lot of dead ends, I guess, is part of this game.
I have a feeling you're going to spend a lot of your time in this game doing that. Falling off a stage when
bouncing
you're just
off
trying
that
to
big
jump.
ass.
Yeah.
They even animated to where, like, you know.
Oh yeah, the squash and stretch of the cheeks.
Didn't know it had a term, but I do now.
It's one of the principles of animation.
Of animating asses?
Animation in general, it applies to anything you want to
You know, in
animate.
the art world, Kev, you know, some people think that, like, hands are hard to draw or faces and things like that. But no, it's actually asses. That's what they spend. Most artists spend their time focusing on drawing
where the
human
money is.
ass.
The Ayers.
The ass.
Many a college hour spent by Joe in ass art classes.
Yeah. Ass drawing. 3. It's a senior level.
Yeah. Astrology.
There it is.
Not to be confused with astronomy. Different. That's amateur shit.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what the phone has to tell us. Operator.
Oh, dang.
So it's more of it just reveals the map.
Yeah, it just picks random tiles for you.
Okay.
So maybe we'll just go to the northeast again. You know what? I hope I'm not. Maybe I am an asshole, and you are supposed to just go back into the elevator you came from.
Yeah,
I thought
there
you'd find
go,
another one, or
Tanner.
maybe you don't.
There's the elevator right now.
Well, let's try it.
Yeah, there's no pieces, right? So we just go to the next level.
Yeah. Yep. I'm wasting everyone's time. Yeah, there's some more of that with lovely 90s style background.
Carpets.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's definitely like a bowling alley carpet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a laser tag carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got a shit. It's a nice big hint here. There's going to be a shit piece.
All right, let me out of the elevator.
Not
please.
until you acknowledge this hint.
I'm trying. Okay.
Yeah, this is actually closer to that Jurassic Park game in a way, where you have this huge space and you're trying to find pieces to advance.
Exactly. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
So Hula Girl, when Hula
this
Girl
in-
is on the screen, it makes you randomly, you can't resist dancing. And so you'll randomly stop and dance.
Awesome.
So she's not an enemy directly. Another one up here. You know, nothing up there to get though. I got stuck when I was doing practice. I got stuck on one of the screens with the Hula Girls for maybe it felt like 2 minutes. Just hula hula hula.
Just dancing.
Just dancing, just hitting those
There you
that
go.
move right there. Here we go. I'm stuck. I can't move until
She's
it says I
moving
can
away
move.
from you though, so hopefully that'll help. I wonder, since it's randomly generated, I'm guessing they have some kind of restriction where it doesn't just generate the piece right next to you when you spawn into the level.
Maybe. Yeah, there's probably whatever restrictions like that. Oh, yep,
barrier,
hamster
you know.
hamster ball.
Uh,
Look at that cake.
you got cake too. Damn.
Y'all heard about that hamster cake?
Well, if you say it in a hillbilly voice, it's a totally different thing. Hamster cake is something else.
Yeah, they eat that for real.
All right. Money.
It's hard to tell what the things you're picking up actually are. Like, I don't know what that was. $1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they do have a little. Oh no! See, here's where you get in
Oh,
trouble.
he gets caught too, though.
I think I saw the wizard. Oh, here we go. They definitely let you know.
I'm guessing that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a super funkamatic applimator. Of course.
Of course.
Incredibly important for a ship.
So now we can leave this. We can go to the next level.
As soon as
Set
we
of
find the
word.
elevator.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is making more sense now. So
Oh. A
What the
wizard.
hell is that?
I think it's an enemy in a wizard costume.
this is. I thought he
Jamming.
was.
Super high top.
I hope we got fireworks.
Doofus.
What the hell does that do, doofus?
Goddamn doofus.
Yeah,
So far we've got our little cartoon devils with a little pitchfork poke you in the tuchus. There we go.
Back home. All right. Good job, Joe. First piece acquired.
Moving on up. Yeah, this is, and that you just I forget. I think there's something like maybe 6 or 8 enemy types. And
Tanner was interested in fighting enemies, as am I, so if you might be able to
Yeah.
swing some violence our way.
let's see how we can get something with a present here. Tomatoes. I do know that you can get tomatoes as a throwable, so that tomatoes are a weapon.
Jesus, is it
But-
raining tomatoes or someone
It's
throwing
raining
them?
tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
But
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
yeah, the hamsters are immune to it, of course, because they're
Bubbled up.
encapsulated. Yeah. Santa
Ooh,
Claus.
Prospector.
Oh, I didn't.
What?
He had like aviator, like World War II aviator hat and goggles on though, with jet boots. Okay, let's see if we. No, hula girl. We don't want to talk to you. Okay. Oh, Carrot Man. Yes, of course.
Oh, it's a man. It's an old man in a carrot suit.
Yeah.
Got $2. Oh, this is getting very suggestive.
hmm So this is the guy that
Old homeless
will
man.
identify things for you. So, rocket skates. Okay, perfect. What about this one? Fudge Sundae. Okay. Let's get out of here. So, I don't have any. Actually, don't have any weapons beside the tomato rain right now. This might be a weapon. Okay.
I'm assuming the maps are always the same size as number of squares and stuff. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think the max area is always the same. Come on, give me that money. Very hard to control those rocket boots. Alright, well, we're exploring an area we didn't explore in the last level anyway. So
Well, they do give you a lot of power-ups and stuff, so I'm assuming they want you to use them.
there we go. Tomatoes. I mean, come on now. No. I throw the tomato. There it is. Now he don't want none. I got the heat and he don't want none. You're pretty spot
Okay,
on.
so it's kind of
Jeez,
hard. It's kind of hard to actually accomplish. Get him, Joe.
Oh, did nothing to him. Never mind.
He seems pretty happy about it all.
There we go.
Yeah, pop that fool.
He's a balloon.
Okay.
He's sleeping. Get him on this.
Yeah, get him while they're snoozing.
Oh, you got to hit him more than once. That's the thing. That seems a little excessive for controls this
Slow.
What the?
my pants fell down. There you go. That's
Sure.
that what randomly happened. And he was embarrassed and I couldn't move. As it goes. Get out of here. I don't like your dance style.
Wow.
And I dancing anyway. Taunting her as she exploded from existence. Where's the mat? I'm out of high tops. Tomato rain. I guess I gotta walk over there. Those rocket skates give me problems. jeez. Stay away. So if we were going to remake ToeJam and Earl today, is there who, and it was going to be like we had whatever infinite budget, like what musical artist would you want on the soundtrack for like the funk? Some funky tracks. Either to write
Prince.
new music. Oh,
James
Prince,
Brown.
of course. Yeah.
I think James Brown would get this.
We're gonna have to
kinda game.
reanimate them both, but luckily money's no
That's
object, so
Yeah, but
Get after
they were both alive when this game was made, so. Oh, but you could have a Rise of the Robot situation when you have that kind of star power where you got to spend all your money on Brian May and the game is not very good, you know.
Yeah, it's a really shitty Prince and James Brown album.
No, it's a really great Prince and James Brown album, but
Right? It's just yeah,
the game
yeah.
sucks.
Oh, you're right, Jay Stu. Earl is a doofus now. He's not a wiener.
Oh, did it originally say wiener?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so maybe as you get pieces, the adjective changes.
Yeah, maybe that's the qualifier. Okay. Okay. Gotta go buy the hula dancer.
There you go, Tanner. Purple tomato rain. That's right.
Yeah, he does have his walk cycle's trying to be pretty funky. Doing that like the low hand swim is what I'm gonna call it. Yeah, the hand scoops. There it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they just animated it like a real fat guy walks, because he walks like a fat guy.
He is pretty fat.
They studied a lot of tape. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, it's,
awesome.
okay.
I kind of wish it had a run button with maybe like a stamina bar or something where you can just run in short bursts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. That yeah, I think that's the first thing most people would notice is like, well, it's very slow compared to other popular games of the time. Maybe is the best way to say it. Yay.
There was an island there further south. You can hop to maybe. You can see a little bit of it.
Yeah, since I only have if I had the high tops, I'd be more comfortable trying it. Those rocket skates are tough to control.
The music is pretty good though, and I'm sorry if you can't hear it very well in the stream, but it is. I don't understand the Rocket Santa.
I did read that if you can sneak up on him,
And pants him.
while he's looking in his bag, and he'll give you like 3 or 4 presents if you can like tag him while he's looking in his bag. Okay, looks like that's bees.
Not that
Don't.
big.
Not that. Where's my Wicker Man box?
The bees.
I feel like this one would be a good one for Tomato Rain. Let's try it out. Damn.
Oh, they already
And then the
left.
bees don't even care. Yeah, they don't even give a shit. Come on,
And
man.
they're gone.
Useless ass power ups. Oh, it got him.
Oh, he
Nice.
got him. Yeah.
Okay, I take it back.
Oh,
Ooh.
sharks. Cool.
Starkey boys. I think there's an inner tube you can get. So far, we have the rocket skates, and if I find an inner tube that you can use to get across water, but
I mean, he definitely looks
Man.
like a lazy river kind of guy.
most definitely. Okay, come on. Those record scratches, man. That record is ruined, by the way. All right, so what we were there's all that in the middle though, but I think it's all water. What about this? I'm thinking rocket skates, shoot across all this water, and then go south to that island you were looking at. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
If
Skate indeed. Because we're almost out of time anyway for this game.
right. Okay. I'm not even near the place
Yeah,
I need to
keep
be.
heading south.
There we go.
Does it give you an indication of when it's about to run out of skate? Oh, you gotta go down. Down!
Damn. Yeah, next to my name, the Earl down there, it changes the icon to whatever is active, and it starts to blink faster until it
Okay.
disappears.
Okay, so it does blink faster.
Yeah.
Wait, the map changed. Oh, we went back a level, right?
Yeah, I fell down.
Okay.
Well, we can call it there. I
Yeah,
was
I
trying
think
to
that's
find the
probably
next
it,
stage,
so we
but
can-
yeah, that's probably it.
Interesting. Interesting game.
But yeah, that one I had never played, heard about for so long, and had never played it. And yeah, it's interesting. It would be, I could see, sitting there on Friday night, pizza, buddied up, playing through that. Couch co-op could be fun.
I agree. I think that game is all co-op. I think it's meant to be co-op.
I think so.
Okay, for this week's segment, we're going to be discussing our experience of family vacations in the 90s. Kev, did you happen to sketch up anything for us this week? Oh, he's frozen. Okay. Well, we knew that might happen. We'll hope for the best. He'll come back. Kevin and I's...
I did not. My notebook is at home.
Okay, well, that's okay. You're on. Kev is actually on vacation again, so he is literally doing one of our main summer vacations, which is to go down to Surfside, Texas, and enjoy a family vacay. So, is it okay if we start off with you, Joe? What was your experience as a '90s kid doing vacation stuff?
Sure. I lived in Florida till about 97, and then I moved to Texas. My parents grew up in Florida, so they already had all the spots that they like to go to. We were pretty water event heavy during the summer. Natural springs. We would go to Silver Springs all the time, go to glass bottom boat tours, high dive. Then we would, what was it? Wet and Wild was a water park that we went to.
Sounds like a strip
usually
joint.
once a summer. It was probably, I'm sure now they have a section somewhere.
Yeah,
that's
Wet and Wild 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, that's the.
Wet and
It's
Wild.
Florida, so it's
It's
yeah.
Florida. It's Florida. It's under the same LLC. So
There's an
Right.
adults only section. You go through some
Yeah, it's in the back, and you go through the beads. But the one that I remember the most that kind of, I don't know, looking back seemed really unique now was this, we used to go to Strickland's Landing, and it was just it was part of a lake, and whoever owned that portion of the property decided to turn it into kind of like a bit of a entertainment area. So it's a huge dock that comes out, it's kind of like comes out and it's square. It kind of blocks off part of the lake. Had a bunch of like high dives, 3-story high dives. You could go like climb this huge ladder. And I never did that as a kid. I was too scared to do the highest ones, but I know they had them way up there. Because it was blocked off like that, the shallow area was all crystal clear. All the algae and stuff was just kicked away because so many people were there all the time. But you could also go under the docks, and it was fun to have goggles and go snorkeling. You see all kinds of fish. Never saw any of the dangerous stuff. Would stay away. No, never saw any alligators or snakes or anything like that. So I don't know if they were taking care of the grounds in that way to minimize that. But they also had a little shack you could go get burgers and fries. A little arcade with Ninja Gaiden. I always remember that. I would go in there and drop like a couple bucks playing Ninja Gaiden after lunch, and then go back out and just swim till I was exhausted. It was c'est magnifique. Childhood swim times.
what about any of the more, I guess, traditional American, like Disney? Because you're in Florida, so did you guys ever do Disney excursions?
We only went once because it was so expensive. It was cost prohibitive for us, so we didn't go a lot, even though we were a 2-hour drive away. And it might be one of those things of because it was so close, it wasn't even an option, right? It didn't register. We could go anytime to Disney, so we won't go. So we never went. Maybe it was that. But
Yeah,
I'm sure
because
that's changed.
Disney in the 90s was apparently still relatively affordable. I don't know. People are complaining now that Disney has adjusted their business model for their vacation spots. And now they essentially would, because they've, for the last 30 years, people are like, I don't go because it's too busy. So they just raise their prices enough to keep people from going. And so now it's only like exclusive access kind of a thing. And that seems to have lowered the wait times, but it's made it out of reach for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Kevin and I never went to any of that kind of shit. I can tell you that right now. One thing that I remember from a previous episode that Joe asked about was like our diets. And I will say that whenever vacation mode was on, whatever that vacation happened to look like for us, then we had full access to all the 90s snacks and junk foods. We were able to, and encouraged maybe even to have, like on vacations, to cut loose, and including cursing. So that's something I remember is like my parents didn't really enjoy us cursing that much, but once it was on vacation, the rules were flexible, and cursing was, as long as it made everybody laugh, cursing was encouraged, maybe, or at least permitted.
No, Bear, you brought that into the fold.
Damn right.
We were you were skiing once, and you just said, "Hey, are we allowed to curse?" And they were like, "Oh, okay." And about that time, Aunt Mary walked in front of our car and said, "Look at this old bitch." Everyone had so much fun that we just continued that. We continued that to this day.
That's right. Cursing on vacation. Yeah, we just never stopped cursing after that moment.
Right.
Yeah,
Floodgates.
game over. Once we realized how much fun it was.
Yeah, so we never went. We never went to Disney or any of the kind of like traditional '90s iconic vacation spots. We were pretty much relegated to Houston. Some years we had season passes to Astroworld, and some of the time that also included Waterworld, I believe. But it was inconsistent, and there were times where like my friends had season passes and I didn't, and so I would have to like use their day pass and stuff like that. So I would say it's pretty inconsistent, our vacation. I don't know. We didn't really have a regular. We went down to Surfside, where Kev's at right now, is probably the most regular thing we did as kids into teenage years. But yeah, I don't know. Kev, what are your thoughts, or what are your memories on being a 90s kid and vacationing as a family?
I do remember us going to Six Flags pretty regular. I wouldn't say it was maybe not a yearly thing, but we at least went like maybe once or twice every other year. But I think we only went when it was there were like cooler days when you could bring your whole cooler with all your food and sodas and pimento cheese sandwiches in. That's pretty much my biggest memory is Dad dragging a cooler, fanny pack, huge tall trucker hat similar to this, and us eating pimento cheese sandwiches is my best memory of Six Flags. Not the rides, just the pimento cheese sandwiches and the Big K sodas.
I could be wrong on this, Kev, but I think it was Waterworld that allowed you to bring in coolers. I don't think Astroworld did, but I could be wrong. Maybe there were cooler days that they allowed Astroworld, patrons to bring in coolers. I don't know.
To bring in the poor folks.
Yeah, bring in the poors. Yeah, and the thing is like I guess one of the parts of being in our house growing up with vacations is I kind of didn't ever miss or think about not going to the places that my friends went to. I did have friends that went on more lavish vacations or out of state vacations, and we really never did. I can't remember doing any kind of major road trips that were out of Texas. I would say zero if I had to guess.
Not until we were older.
Right. Joe, any out-of-state trips for your family?
Yeah, in a bit of a twist, when we lived in Florida, my mom's parents lived in Texas. So we would road trip to Houston to see them.
Ugh.
What did you guys do when
Yeah.
you got here? I'm curious. What was this? Yeah, what was the big sell?
Yeah.
Nothing, dude. Nothing. It was going to see the grandparents
Terrible
and staying
vacations.
in their one bedroom apartment. All of us staying in their one bedroom apartment. And it was yeah, that was it. That was all we did. Yeah. You show
No
right.
Astroworld or anything like that when you got here?
Mm-mm.
Did you tour a space center or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Huh. I always
This
wonder
was-
what. Yeah, go ahead.
Wasn't the cool grandma, right?
No, cool grandma lived in Florida. I mean, I love my other grandma, but they weren't into activities. We didn't, it was just hard candy, and Mr. Bean was about the best I had.
Oh,
Hard
it's when it
candy
was
and soft beans.
just the
Got it.
cool grandma behind to go visit apartment grandma.
Right. Yeah. That's basically, yeah. It was I know where I inherited my snoring from. My grandpa's snoring would rattle the walls, and couldn't sleep over there at all. So that was great.
Yeah. I do
But
remember
that was it as far as road trips.
summer
yeah.
vacations. Like one thing that we did do regularly was
lawnmower.
we would stay over. We would stay over at our family's house in the Dallas area. That is true. They would leave us there for weeks and months on end. That's definitely true. And some of our family members smoked cigarettes, and most of them smoked cigarettes up there. And I do remember getting a little bit sick, being in the house and being around a lot of smoke. It definitely, but it was worth it. I didn't care. It was fine. Just get me out of our house.
Give me the poison. It's fine.
Yeah, so I was trying to reflect on our summer vacations, and I guess one of the things that I would have expected was that I would have been upset maybe or mad that we didn't have lavish vacations and other kids did, but actually I really didn't. I didn't ever think why don't we get to go to Disney, or why don't we get to go to California or wherever, or the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. It would have been kind of cool, I think, maybe in retrospect, to see some of those places. But also, Kev can comment on this probably, when we did do some vacation-like things, the stress level would go up in my parents, and it wasn't as fun. It made it way less fun. My parents were super stressed out and anxious and didn't want to spend money, and it just wasn't a good time usually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm not sure what Kev said, but it sounded like he said fool.
yeah. It's like Dad knew that Mom was gonna say something. He was already in DEFCON 4. And Mom was
Sorry, Kev. It ain't happening, brother. It ain't happening. You're all cut up. You're all snappy. I think I could translate, though. I think that, what Kev is saying, if I had to translate, is that because of vacation mode, the stress levels are up, and which meant that our parents' already occasionally explosive behavior became irregularly explosive behavior. And it wasn't fun. It just wasn't fun. So
Yeah.
all right. Any final thoughts on our summer vacation experiences as children's?
No, I'm going to echo now that you brought it up. Yeah, I didn't see. I had friends that did more lavish vacations, and I didn't see it I wasn't jealous of that. I was happy with the running around in the water and sun that we got to do, eating PB&J or whatever, and that was fine to me. Yeah, I remember the Disney trip being a little more high strung because there's, it's more expensive. So it's have fun. You've got to have fun. It's expensive. Have fun. It's
I will also say, I did occasionally go on other people's family vacations, as a friend. And one of the things that I noticed about at least one other family was that it seemed like they couldn't have fun unless they were doing some kind of activity unless they were off going to the state fair and doing the rides. Like, and the other times, like they just sat there or whatever. Like it wasn't so like they were like they needed all of that structure and all of that to have fun. Whereas Kev and I didn't need anything. We could have fun in almost any situation. So yeah, I mean maybe that's why that's what you're echoing too, Joe. Is like if you're able to have fun in any situation, then I don't know, vacation is less appealing.
Mm-hmm. It's all vacation time.
Is that why I don't like to go and do anything now? Because I can have fun anywhere at my house, alone in my room.
Maybe.
It certainly doesn't hurt.
I will say though, like it would have been nice to like expand our horizons a little bit, you know, like it would have been interesting to go, like imagine if like as a kid we would have gone and visited somewhere in Mexico or maybe up in Canada, or just like kind of seen a different way of life, a different style, a different vibe. You get enough miles away from your hometown and things do change and people are different. And I think that's a good, I guess, lesson to learn for people is like your perspective gets opened when you're around different people in different places, when you're out of your element, kind of a thing. So that part is absolutely worth it, personally speaking. Kev tacitly agrees. All right, let's move on to our final game. This one is unintentionally, I guess, for Tanner. James Pond, an EA game. All right, obviously ripping off of James Bond. Wow, totally ripping off James Bond.
Yeah. Yeah. I did look up this Latin it has right there. It's a dog's life.
Got it.
For a fish game. Also, I want to, on this, when it loops back around to this title screen, you got, let's bring it back up here. Got to put titties on those fish or no one will buy this game.
Yeah. Locate keys to free trapped lobsters from cages before they're abducted by evil lobster catchers. Okay.
License to bubble.
A little harsh on the state of Maine, but all right.
Oh, I think you're also collecting garbage, so it's a little bit of a environmental message.
I like the way his little legs are dangling.
I think I can kill it. Yeah. Get this key here.
Okay, so your main attack is a bubble. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Which is it's very bubble bobble actually. If anyone ever played that, where you put your enemy in a bubble and you have to go pop the bubble to get rid of them.
Okay.
There we go. We got to get them points, son.
Get them all stacked up.
And what is that? Oh, I guess you
Can't
can only carry
bubble him,
keys
huh?
for so long.
Too fast.
I guess not. This is, I think, similar to Speedy Gonzalez, where you don't have to get all of the rescues, or you just have to get whatever the minimum amount is they tell you. Yeah.
Ugh, I'm not sure about this. The color of the rock here.
Yeah, this is very... Yeah, there's no background. And I'm stuck here? No, I'm not. I guess this is it. I don't know. Go down? There it is.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I thought we would see some lobsters or something. I guess not.
That's what I was saving from those cages.
I just didn't pick up on it. It just all seems so chaotic. I'll try to pay more attention.
I mean, this game's a lot more competent than I thought it was going to be already.
Yeah, it's not a bad... I guess it still falls under category of platformer. You can tell it's very early. Like, this was they probably didn't have a lot of people working on this game. Just because the background is totally just a solid color. Now we've got...
In a sewage plant with toxic waste? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is, I guess, where we're going to lead some fish out of here.
Teddy bears.
Teddy
There we
bears
go,
for
go.
some reason. Okay. Yeah, the plain background is definitely not helping.
Why can't I move? What has happened to me?
What's
Oh.
happening?
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. I thought
What?
it was a good thing. I thought that it looked like a treasure chest.
Okay.
You lost your license to pond.
It says
Get
from
outta here.
3 Mile Island with love.
All right, so you're right. I gotta find somebody and lead him out of here. Okay, you can't. Your life bar becomes your air meter when you get out of the water. Guess that makes sense. Is this my guy? Come on, dude. Where do I take him?
Yeah.
Over here?
Nope, he's
Oh, no.
gone.
My life is steadily counting down now. Again, it's some of these mechanics. I guess you got to have the book for, because I don't understand some of these side rooms, what you're supposed to be getting.
Maybe this is like a toxic area. Because it's radioactive and so it's hurting you. Yeah, you're about
Could
to die,
be.
fool.
But then you get your full life back. Yeah, it's fierce. No! It's little time bombs or whatever they are. That's a scary looking flower. Oh,
Jeez. Yeah, you can't hurt those. Okay, there's another friend that we gotta rescue.
Can I only carry one at a time? I can only carry one friend at a time.
That
Perfect.
sucks.
This reminds me a lot of some of the early PC platformers, where it's just so much stuff going on all the time.
Fast. It's really fast.
Okay, I need a key now. Potion. Oh, killed everything?
There's a lot of them to rescue.
Okay.
I can't believe this has multiple sequels too. Like,
I think,
there's 3 of them, right? Isn't that what we saw?
yeah, 3, I think. Right. Oh, maybe I can go down here? Ooh. Get all the life preservers. And get the
Just
hell
points,
out.
right? Like, they're not actually making...
Yeah, and I don't even know, maybe you get an extra life after so many points, but it's definitely, is the era of points don't mean anything. Just don't even put points in the game. I don't know where I'm supposed to be getting this key. Oh, I guess these little guys don't hurt me. They're not enemies. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
confusing.
Okay, yeah, that's totally confusing.
Okay.
I guess the game is not doing a good job from a design standpoint, at least from my opinion, of like, where are we going? Where are we taking the fish to?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a bunch of them, so it seems like we're going to have to do it multiple times, right?
Right. And, yeah. Yeah, those are just radiation damage. Let's see. Maybe. A Rubik's Cube, a telephone, some gum. Just,
Pretty rando.
yeah. Down here. Oh.
Okay, that's a
Whoa.
better art already on that screen than most of the others.
Oh, the Titanic in the background there. Oops. Look for items.
Is this where we're
Okay.
supposed to take the fish, maybe? No, we can't take them to other screens, right?
I think, well, we could. There was one that followed me to another screen, but only
Take
a
that one
specific
and-
screen.
And then take him down to that place we just were at. Yeah, that did.
Okay.
So that's where we're
Was
taking
worth
it.
five grand. Okay. Well, luckily there is a timer. Never mind. I'm gonna say there's not a timer, but there is. Yeah, this is definitely a game that you would need the instruction manual out the gate to know what you're doing out the gate. The game does not do a great job explaining it. I've got this P several times. Toilet paper, some sort of sundae. I don't know what the fairy is. When you enter a new area, there's a fairy that's with you for a couple seconds. Maybe that's some kind of temporary invulnerability.
The music switch. Okay, got one.
Okay.
Let's go.
Mhm.
All right.
That one
He didn't
count.
go.
That,
Oh, there he
okay,
goes.
that-
Okay.
What?
Yep.
And it didn't give us any indication of like you need to rescue a certain number of them, like the
Yeah.
Speedy game did. Did we just run out of time or something? I don't. What happened?
No, I paused,
Oh, okay.
and there's a huge fanfare for pausing.
Yeah.
Oh, Kev, are you pretend to be the Undertaker?
I think he's struggling to hear us. Maybe.
No, my stream is so shitty.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, got another one.
That one glitched out. Back. I got 6 seconds to figure it out. But oh boy, come on. Oh boy, come on, dude.
So they're getting caught. Okay, that's what happened. Why they didn't follow you? Yeah,
Okay.
exit open. Is this the exit?
2 seconds.
Oh,
No, the exit's. Well, I don't know. About to.
maybe go into that little cave down there. I don't know. So we rescued like maybe 4 or 5 of them, and that opened the exit.
Okay, maybe the time is just bonus points then, if you finish in a certain amount of time. There we go.
Okay.
A little art down in the corner of him holding up fingers for how many lives you have left. Yeah, he's very sourpussed that he
Yeah,
only
he
has
looks
one life left.
disgruntled.
The fish with the golden bar. Bars of gold. So similar. Ghost of Captain Bluebeard and the vampire fish.
Double bubble.
A lot of butt talk today.
Okay, we're looking for gold.
Ooh, there's random gunfire now. Okay, there's one that looks like. So yeah, this game, as a contrast to ToeJam and Earl, is way faster.
Yeah, maybe
Clearly.
a little too fast in a way, with so much
Yeah.
stuff on the screen. Again, like this is another where the sprites are small, which is usually a good thing. We usually complain that they're too big, and in both games everything's been quite small.
There's a little Fermi.
Ugh, is that a sperm?
Ugh. See, and now
A school of
Wait.
sperm.
what happened?
I don't know. You went to that mushroom and it tripped you out.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the gold unlocks the. No. Maybe it goes in there. Gold in there.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay, we got the mechanic now. It's basically the same thing over and over again. You find stuff in a level and you bring it to a specific location.
The mushroom teleports you back to the beginning of the stage. So that's not a bad mechanic to throw in.
Yeah.
Instead of having to backtrack.
It shows, I see now where it says 7 remaining, 1 turned in or whatever. Or 7 available.
Gotcha. Right. Here we go.
Yeah, and they put mushrooms everywhere to warp you around different
Yeah, what
locations.
does this one take me? Oh, to the boat itself. Okay.
Music's repeating though.
Okay. Where does this one take me? Over here. Extra.
No, get the gold.
Gotta get him away. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, it's in
It's
a
like a-
bad spot.
Yeah. Okay. And then I just teleport back? Yeah, buddy. Ah! Wow. I didn't realize that the enemies just drain your health. So if you're sitting on top of an enemy, you're just gonna like lose your life.
Not a single hit. It's just gonna keep going, vampire style.
Right. Okay. Is that my invincibility? Yeah. Give me this.
So many enemies. Oh, there's some
Yeah.
anchors up there.
Not that. This. Not there. There.
Okay. Doing much better,
Okay.
Joe, on this level.
Yeah, I think finally. Yeah, understanding that it looks like each level has a different objective. Kind of. Oh. This isn't ToeJam and Earl. I don't need shoes. Come on. Points. What's over here? Oh. Okay. All right. That's a little obnoxious.
Yeah, putting it right in your way.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm exploding?
There's some gold.
There's some gold them down here. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is... You get lost with the
Can you
teleporting
bubble
mushrooms.
while you're holding the gold, or is you lose? Okay, you can still.
Yeah. But I do think you can only hold something for a limited amount of time before you drop it automatically.
Oh. Okay, we can use some healths. I don't even know what refills it, but
I think it is the hearts.
oh, it went
So
up
maybe it's-
actually. Maybe the life preservers also. Yeah,
Eh. Come on.
this might be the one we need to open up the exit.
Let's see, baby. There we
Yeah.
go. So I bet if you get all of... So there's
All of
so
them.
2 opened. So I don't know if you get a... Well... 5 out of... Yeah. Maybe
I
if
like
you get all
that.
8,
I
you
like
get
that
the
they,
other stage.
yeah, that they give you, if you were to unlock them all or more of them, you get a different exit. That's a smart idea.
Mhm.
Good. It's adding view to a spill.
Good, you know, classic James. They're gonna go pun, go all in on the puns.
Oh, it's all punny. Okay, what are we supposed to? Yeah, you must. Oh,
The
they even
oil's
have gush.
gushing.
Gush. Our gush.
Yeah, gush,
term.
gush, 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 gush.
Dynamite. Oh, this is
Dynamite.
fun. Okay. We're gonna blow
Oh,
up
we must
oil
escape in
platforms. So we're now doing some domestic terrorism. Got it.
All right.
I don't know what happened, but oh, Dr. Maybe is the supervillain, according to Roe.
Oh, there's the dynamite. Okay.
Okay. There's another dynamite. There, maybe you blow up.
Oh, you just bring it down
Did
here.
It just did
and
it
drop it.
automatically. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one up here to your left. Yeah. Oh, and another one at the very top.
Yeah. The
This is easy.
yeah. So far, this seems to be. I bet the challenge in this one's going to be the quote-unquote escape, because oh, unless I just get killed by an octopus.
Did that kill you automatically? 100%?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Oh, there's a blob of oil coming after me. Okay, so it looks like the
There were
first
some
3 are
caves
easy to
there.
get. Yeah. What? Oh, there's a current or something. Come on.
Yeah, I see. Like how they animated the water with 12 pixels or whatever it is.
It's. I don't know why it's.
What are those green things below you? Are those meant to like launch you?
Oh, maybe that's what's. I don't know. Maybe that's what's causing the problem. Can't do anything to them. Okay, was. Ooh, there we go.
Oh, there's one.
Okay. Can I just bring them down here? That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So one more, I guess. Oh, I wouldn't open that again. Killed us last time. Yeah, the bombs. Watch out for them. Oh, I guess not.
Yeah, it just makes you Well, something weird happens, and there's like a vortex that opens up and keeps you from moving, and then bombs kill you.
They want you to get out of there. There's another one. So we should be able to open and exit now. According to their...
Yeah, that
And
octopus
you
is
kill again.
instant death.
Oh.
All right. Well, that.
Oh.
Damn.
Wow. Can
Oh,
we
I gotta
continue?
continue.
Okay, good. I think
I
you
gotta
can
start
knock
it
this
all
one out
over.
pretty fast. I think we
Okay.
gotta slow down for
Oh.
them octopi. Wait. They moved
Okay,
the
maybe.
Locations.
Hmm.
Interesting. Oh, that one's
they did.
literally right freaking next to it.
Looks like there's only 2 in this room this time. So, So there's a bit of randomization. Okay,
That's good.
Interesting.
That's another good
Yeah.
sign.
Similar to ToeJam and Earl.
And I wonder if, like, the next game, the sequel or whatever, they spend a little more time on the backgrounds and stuff.
Oh yeah. I've
Oh, you looked
Good.
at it? Gotta be careful.
yeah,
on
I've
that
seen
stuff.
them. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this at all. Okay, gotta be. So similar to Sonic, this is a game where they've kind of set up some of the obstacles that are a detriment if you're moving too fast. If you're moving at full speed, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay.
Okay, music changed.
Some of those
Ominous.
poison bonus rooms, yeah. It's why am I? There's weird status effects that last for a second or two, so you can't even figure out what's going on. God.
So, question, Joe. Oh, there's 3 of them in here. Question, Joe. If ToeJam and Earl moved too slow and could have definitely benefited from at least a temporary run button, is this game actually moving too fast? Or is it just right?
I think it's maybe a little too fast for the amount of stuff that's going on.
Exactly.
It needs to be, well, that was it.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
we want to keep going. I
No.
lost all my lives and all my continues. Yeah.
Because I don't want to start at the beginning, but
Yeah,
unless
neither
you
do
do,
I.
Joe.
No, I think we've gotten a pretty. We'll get to level 4. That's a.
And I mean,
Decent,
it seemed like you were actually pretty close to level 5. The problem came down to those octopi.
And you were right about those little whatever those green things were. Remember when I couldn't jump out of the water for whatever reason?
Mm-hmm.
I saw some more, and they create some kind of barrier, and I just couldn't figure out. There's not enough feedback of like, okay, do they block you from going left to right? Do they block you from going up to down? Do they do whatever they want and you don't know?
Yeah, maybe there's a way to disable them temporarily to get up there. Yeah, who knows?
Right.
Who knows? I think we're going to move on to rating then. Good?
I think we can jump in.
Good. Now, we know that Kev's limited. He might just have to use sign language to let us know what he thinks about. He'll have to do impressions of Morgan Freeman and Anton Chigurh. All right. Okay, we're going to talk about ToeJam and Earl, and we're going to look at game design. Joe.
Well, at the gate, the music, right? That was maybe one of the best things that we all, or a bunch of us, keyed on immediately. So, sound was great. Graphics were okay. We were talking about the size of some of the sprites were maybe not as refined or as big as they could have been, but I get it. A lot of games from that era just had a couple people working on them. There's probably 1 or 2 artists that did that whole game, so I get it. Limited resources. Didn't look bad by any means. The story, it's not convoluted. It's just go collect these pieces and then get your spaceship. So I do like the simplicity there. The game design, yeah, maybe it's a Lieutenant. Maybe it's a Red's Rooftop Beers.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go with Forest as well because of the surprise element to this. I was surprised that it has a random generated. I was surprised at how much kind of comedy they were willing to inject into it, and just silly, I guess, just kind of silly in a way. There's a lot of different elements, power ups, power downs, odd enemies. So I'm leaning more towards surprising, either sitting next to a millionaire or even maybe a Lieutenant Dan. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sold on a Lieutenant Dan. You're right, because we went in pretty blind on this one, and it's not a bad game by any means.
Yeah, from the designs perspective, it's got a lot going on, especially in the Genesis era with the random stuff. Like that would have blown my mind for sure. And I think this game, again, from my limited perspective of watching, this game seems like it was built as a co-op. Like you really intended to have a friend playing with you. But Kev, you want to try to chime in and see if it allows you to talk, if the internet shines on you? All right, looks like we're going with a Lieutenant Dan. All right, good. Thanks, Kev, for that. On to gameplay. Now, here's where it might suffer a little bit, Joe, because of the lack. Again, like just a temporary run button, like a burst or something, would have been helpful. Also, the jump. It has this huge animation, like it's about to do a leap, and then you just boop. So, like an actual jump to be able to navigate at least maybe, like maybe 3 times your body size kind of a jump to where you can get to those easy spots without having to use the power-ups. I don't know. So gameplay, I think it might suffer a little bit. What do you think?
I would be I agree on your points. I'm interested to go back, or maybe we play the sequels down the line and see if the things we're talking about, if they added those. Because I agree. I think really, a temporary run button, some kind of stamina bar, like to speed that up just a little bit without having to burn through your power-ups. That's really only the big critique that I have.
I might add one other note, Joe, like
Sure.
maybe a basic melee, something. Because when you tried to use the ranged weapon, the tomatoes, like, wow, it was easier just to walk around them than it was to try to kill them. So maybe a basic melee, maybe a knockback melee or something like that would be okay. That also requires that same recharge. You use your stamina, Breath of the Wild style, something like that.
Yeah, even if it just stunned them or knocked them back. Maybe it doesn't kill them. Something like that would definitely benefit from that. But we talked about I guess one of the other big things is the roguelike element, that it's random every time you play it. You can also, they do have a fixed setting as well. The maps are the same every time, so you could do it that way if you prefer that play style. So they do have the option, so that's good there.
I'm going to go ahead and give my rating first.
Sure.
I'm leaning towards institutionalized because I don't think they did anything exceptional with the gameplay itself, with the controls and how you interact with the actual game. I don't know if the design and the satisfaction seems to be the strength here. The gameplay seems to be the area of weakness, but it's not. It's not an actual weakness. It's more of just like, oh, this is acceptable. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. I agree with that.
You played it. I mean, you actually had your hands on it, so.
Well, your assessment matches up to what I was feeling when I was playing it, so I agree with that. It's the package is cool. It's the gameplay could be bumped up a little bit.
Okay. Kev, do you have any feedback on that? Oh, he's going with red. Institutionalized. He agrees. All right. We're using what we can today.
Yeah.
All right. Now, satisfaction. Again, I think that this rating might be different if we had played it as a co-op, because it seems like it's meant to be played as a true co-op, not like Super Mario style where you like, I'll be Luigi and it's my turn or whatever. It's like, no, you're getting it together. So. Uh-oh. Kev's gone. So, Joe, satisfaction?
Man, I'm kind of. This might be sitting next to a millionaire. It's like it's got a lot of good packaging, and the controls aren't It doesn't stop you from playing the game. Could certainly be improved, though.
Right. And
Yeah.
it might, and I think that rating again could change based on the co-op factor. So I agree. I think sitting next to a Millionaire makes sense because it's surprisingly decent on satisfaction. Kev? Oh, he's T2Y. Okay. Let's think about that. Like, why make this game?
It was innovative for the time, so I give them points for
Well,
trying
that's a
something.
game design though. That's a game design thing. So we all agree that it's surprising and wonderful in that sense. But this is the satisfaction factor.
Oh,
Like,
right. Yeah, we're not to
how do you
gush yet.
feel about actually playing it? How satisfied were you? And Kev saying why? That's not that's interesting feedback.
Yeah, I think if you rented this by yourself, you might not have a great time. I could see Kev's point of why would I don't want to play this by myself. So again, we're kind of like in a gray area. We don't have the full data set, I guess.
I agree. I agree. Well, maybe we should rate it on what we actually did, which was single player. And in that case, I might be closer to Kev. I actually, if I was going to, it would be more of a frustrating kind of a thing. It might be like a blow this game up, or because I think like it would be more satisfying to have a friend play it. Okay, so how are we gonna? Yeah, maybe Joe, you can help us tie break this then. So single player satisfaction. What are you thinking then?
Maybe, yeah. I might blow this game up then. Thinking back on it, if I was sitting there by myself playing that game without you guys, without anyone talking to anyone, it would be, yeah, like all the enemies are coming for you. It only has one point to go to. Couldn't figure out, or how long does it take to figure out the power ups, and then how long you play every game and they change. So that randomness I could see being very frustrating by yourself. So
Okay. I think
I'm gonna
Kev
blow
would
this game
agree
up.
on that then. Kev, do you agree? Blow this game up? Okay. Yeah. And that addresses his why part as well. And again, like I think if we played this as a co-op, we would be different. We'd probably be 3 gush and more greens and stuff. So look at I like it. Yeah. Anton showing up. Okay, so gushers, I would guess again, we're rating this only solo. Would you put it in a 2 or a 3?
Kind of reframing it based on what we just talked about. I think it's a 2 then.
Okay. I'm leaning towards a 3. I know that it still, again, like the co-op factor makes a difference, but I would say just based on the game design alone, it's got a lot of interesting and unique elements to it that no other games had back then. And so just on that strength alone, I'm going to push it up to the 3 gush because of that. But I agree with Joe. Probably it is maybe more of a 2 gush in a solo setting, but I don't know. But then again, like I think the gusher is meant to be in all Genesis. I don't know. Still, in all Genesis games, this is innovative. So I'm staying with 3. So it's going to be Kev's decision then. Kev's going 3 gush. All right. Strong contender. All right, cool. We're going to clear the board. And we're going to talk about James Pond, which was not what I was expecting at all.
Then can we start there, Dave? I'm curious what you were expecting.
Yeah, I mean,
Or did you just not have any expectations at all because you didn't know anything about it?
I guess what I was expecting is I was expecting the puns and like making it very James Bond-esque. But I guess in a way I was expecting it to be more of maybe like a puzzle kind of a game, or at least where you had to really think through to solve problems, like in a James Bond kind of a way with unique solutions to answer things. And then I was also expecting a lot more of a competent shooter, I guess, in a way, where you're going to be using a gun or something to shoot things, and maybe you upgrade that gun, and maybe there's different kind of shooting parts too. So yeah, I guess I was expecting more of a James Bond kind of game, but this is
Less of a fish game, more of a
yeah,
James
this is
Bond
definitely
game.
fish centric. So what do you think though, Joe? Game design, I guess. Yeah.
I wish I'm 1990. No, that was ToeJam and Earl. Anyway, it seems pretty obvious by the graphics that this is like an early game. I'm curious actually if they made it for the Master System first, which was the 8-bit version of the Genesis, and then they just ported it over because that's the level that it looks like. It
I
looks
agree.
almost closer to an 8-bit game.
I agree.
The sound was again, it reminded me a lot of those early PC platformers. A lot of sounds, like ping, pong, ping, a lot of sound effects, a lot of enemies, a ton of shit going on.
And the sound, whenever you transition to different screens and different levels, the sound and the music were essentially the same. They had like different ones when you went to different screens, but every level it was the same music that I noticed over and over and over again. Which again makes me think it's more of an 8-bit thing originally.
Right. Yeah. So
It wasn't
not-
doing anything innovative though either from a game design perspective. I didn't see anything that was like, whoa, I've never done that or never seen that before.
yeah, this might be. Yeah, it's not innovating, but it wasn't really doing anything wrong. Maybe it was just doing too much. So I don't know. Maybe either a Y or an institutionalized for me.
I agree. I'm in the same range. The why part might be answered by them relying on the James Bond though. So I don't know. Maybe I am more institutionalized on this one. It's not doing anything unique or interesting from a game design perspective, but it is a character that's beloved, and then they've kind of mashed it into this underwater world and taken all like it's not very serious. They're silly about it, which I think is redeemable. I don't know. Where are you at, Kev? He's thinking of it. Okay, T2Y, it looks like. All right, let's do it. Good. Thanks, Kev. On to gameplay. And this is what, when you were playing, Joe, I asked you, is it going too fast? Again, like one of our common criticisms we have for platformers is that or even like fighters and stuff, is that the sprite size is too big. In this game, small actually, and all of them are quite small, and they pack a bunch of them onto the screen. So anyway, gameplay, Joe, too fast, too many enemies, what?
Yeah, I think had they tweaked one thing, like if the stages had been a little more open and that amount of enemies could have worked, you get a little more room to maneuver. But those stages are really tight and they've got just a ton of stuff shoved in there.
And the
So
controls
that-
then, how about because the gameplay part's more of the control part. How was it to navigate all of that?
The speed, I like the speed, but the speed, it makes you want to keep moving at that speed. So you either have to memorize where the enemies are. I don't know if the enemy placement's random. It seemed like the item placement was random. Those key items you needed to get changed places. So I don't know if enemies do the same thing. But when you're moving really fast, you would stop like on a dime. So if you wanted to, you could really accurately move very quickly to get through it. So the controls are probably doing as intended. I think it's the speed and the size of the levels that they.
So game design is
needed
actually
to tweak.
what's the problem there, not necessarily the controls and interacting with all the stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the level design maybe is needs a tweak of some kind. So yeah, for a platformer, I mean, again, I guess it's a platformer. You're technically flying around the levels, which is it is unique. You're not tied to the actual platforms that are in the game, so that's That's something. This man. I'm gonna. Can I stew on it for a minute? You boys got any more opinions? Nope. No, you don't.
I mean, I can give you my opinion. I think I'm going to blow this game up from a gameplay perspective. Because I know I would get frustrated with a game that's like intending you to go fast with the gameplay, and then you keep crashing into stuff, but it's like not because you're acting wild and reckless. It's just because that's what the game encourages. It encourages you to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one-hit death on the octopus, I thought that was a little extreme. Again, there's and no knockback either. It needs to have some knockback to where you don't get stuck on the enemies and die. I don't know. So like, yeah, I'm probably going to be frustrated by that. The controls.
Yeah, those are great points. Actually, I'd already forgotten those things, but you're right. Another thing I thought of about the speed, your attack is to encapsulate an enemy, and then to kill them, you have to run into them. So you're being trained to run into enemies, and so it's a little bit of mixed signals of what you need to do in the game, or how you should balance them at least.
Okay, so you got any clearer picture, Joe, of?
Yeah, I'm definitely in the frustrated column. It might be blow this game up.
Okay, Kev.
I love. Is it a fun game, or is it?
Oh wow, Kev's going. Is it fun?
Okay.
Is it
4 sequels? If you can hear me at all.
We hear you.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Oh, you can hear. God damn it!
I love pantomime, like charades, Kev. Though.
Okay, my connection is good enough to talk. So with like 4 or 5 sequels, I was expecting it to be better, and I was surprised it was so average at best, and with a lot of frustration. I was just surprised how bad it was for having so many sequels and being beloved.
Maybe that's more of a satisfaction feedback piece than Kev.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
But I tend to agree with you on that one. I'm gonna say let's blow this game up for the gameplay, and then I'm gonna accept Kev's feedback unless Joe has additional about. I think this game, is it good or is it like me? Yeah, for satisfaction, I think, because I was expecting it does have a bunch of sequels. Maybe they get better.
Yeah, you think it has to. You think it has to go up, right? They can't really go down from here, or it would be unplayable, I think. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. It's surprisingly terrible. Seems like a bad, but it's not. Like, I agree with that.
Okay, so now onto the gush, and we have 2 Genesis games, and so imagine that you're, 11 years old, and you have your Genesis there, and you have these 2 games. Where are you going to put James Pond? Are you going to pick up ToeJam and play it more, or James Pond, do you think, Joe?
That's tough. That's tough. I am going to say that I think this one's solidly a 2 for me.
I agree. I think it's a 2 as well. Kev agrees as well. I do think ToeJam, I would personally, like in seeing this game, I would have probably preferred ToeJam and Earl over this one, especially with co-op mode. I would have preferred to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe these get better. Maybe James Pond get better as it goes on. I don't know.
We'll revisit for episode 60. We'll play the sequels to these.
Bum bum bum.
No one hold us to that. I'll forget.
I'll forget in an hour. All right.
Forgotten.
Well, that was our summer vacation episode. Kev is on summer vacation, as mentioned, and I want to make sure he gets back to his enjoyable, relaxing beach vacation. So thanks, Kev, for showing up and sacrifice. Oh, he's just going to go to sleep.
He's had how many Miller Lights you done had in the old push broom there? Oh,
okay, 4 beers in.
He's ready for a nap. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I'll let Kev get back to his nappy. Thank you all for joining us as always, and we'll look forward to seeing you. Are we good next week, Joe? Are we good on our? Everybody good to show up next week?
Yeah. good for next week.
Okay, wonderful.
Except
Well, we'll
for
see.
Kevin's.
We'll see you all next week for another episode of St. Kohzee. Nighty night, Kevy.
Comfy, cozy, comfy.
Saturday morning with my cartoons.
So cozy.
Time I got she's fed and snoozed.
St. Cozy.
Got 3 days till my rental's due.
So comfy.
Left my homework at school. Alright, PJs, check.
So cozy.
Mixing bowl of cereal, check.
St. Cozy.
Toy commercial absorption memories, check.
So comfy.
Alright, boys, here we go.
16 bits of have mercy, y'all.